Look how professional you are.
Stop it. I'm really not. My life is in shambles when you're not here. My life is literally in shambles.
Shut up. Okay. Ready? Hi guys, welcome to Wine Wednesday. It's kind of a tradition, but if you're new to the family,
Buenvenidos.
you are welcome. You are very welcome. Well, today I have a very special guest. This is my friend Amanda Jade. How long have we been friends? How many years? At least 8, but more. Okay, 9 years.
Yeah, since 9th grade, basically.
I was about to be like solid, but not. It really wasn't solid, but that's okay.
It really wasn't. Aww.
But that's okay.
We went through a lot.
Today we're drinking. How do you pronounce this? Bartenura. We're drinking 2017 Moscato. It's called Bartenura. In the liquor store, it was labeled as blue Moscato, so I'm interested to know if it actually comes out blue. It's only 5% alcohol, which I didn't know because the liquor store that I went to that was around here, like, you couldn't really go inside. They had all the bottles.
You went to that one? I hate that one, so I walk up the block.
They had all the bottles set out, and like you had to basically
look through
like
a window.
Yeah, ask for it. So I didn't know it was 5% alcohol, and I was making fun of your Moscato.
It was 7.
That was 7% alcohol.
Yeah. Oh man, it's not blue.
It's not blue.
Girl, we didn't eat yet.
Oh, sorry. I actually don't like Moscato.
You don't?
No, it's too sweet and light. Like I said, it hasn't been a solid 9 years, but it was well worth it. We've been through some ups, been through some downs, but we kind of just wanted to talk about our story of like why we stopped being friends, how we became friends again. And I think it's really important for people to hear about because friendships, friendships go through things. Any type of relationship goes through things, but it's always possible to forgive and move on.
Cheers to more years of friendship.
Yes, with no breaks. I mean, no, breaks are inevitable. Like, yeah, I could probably...
I have breaks with all my friends. Like, it just happens. That's what makes me like feel like, yo, am I the issue? You know what I mean? Oh. Like, I have to call up my toxic traits, but it happens. Like, you have breaks.
And I was never really that person. Like, I'm super duper forgiving, so I could tell that. Do you like it? Mm-hmm. It's very sweet. I don't know if I like it. I could tell that she was like pulling away from me, and so I kind of I just let it go. But throughout it was probably like a year, 2 years. Okay, no, it was probably like 2 years.
Since when? Of
us not talking. Throughout the whole thing, I was always like, you know what? If she's ready to talk, I will always be ready. Like, I'm always
really.
I am.
It's crazy how we have 2 different perspectives. I thought you was just like, oh, f her.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry to curse at her.
No, I'm like, and that's actually something to my downfall, because I'll be so forgiving to the point that it's like, no, you can forgive this person, but you really shouldn't forget what they did to you. Like, so I don't know where's the limit.
My issue is forgiving them. I struggle with that. You know that. Other relationships in my life, like, I struggle with forgiveness.
Yeah. I mean, if we're getting like real deep into this, the reason I could forgive is because I feel like, who am I to not forgive you? Because God forgive. Like, how many wrong things have I done in life? Like, I've done some messed up things, and if I wasn't forgiven for that, like, I would be destroyed. So who am I to not forgive the next person?
Let's start off with you. Like, when, like, where in the friendship did you notice that we were going like our separate ways?
Okay. In college, I would realize there were these little things that you would say, like, you're my friend and you don't even call me. Like, why am I always calling you? You remember that? And I remember looking at my phone like, I'm not her man. Like, I'm not your guy, so I really don't.
What does that mean?
I'm not saying this is what you said, but the way I interpreted it was like, I have to call you every day, text you every day. And like, I was just so busy, and honestly, I was close to my best friend, but we lived together, so it was very easy for me to communicate with her. But like, Amanda was kind of far away from me. I didn't have a car, didn't drive, and I would have to take the train to see her. So I wouldn't hit her up that much, but she would always be the one to hit me up and to come visit me. So I understood what she was saying when it came to that. But it was like little things that was leading up to this big explosion. So I was tolerating them, but I would make comments like, what
you're making it seem like, all right, it sounds like you're understanding like what I was doing and what I was saying, but it's kind of like, well, I don't have to tolerate this. It's kind of like you say, I love you, but how can you love someone but have like this rebuttal after? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like you're saying, oh, like, you know, I get where you was coming from. You know, you wanted me to reach out, but I'm not your man. But I was busy. But this happened. It sounds like you understand, but you keep saying, but this, but that. Yeah.
And that's really what it was. Like, I did understand to a certain extent. I don't even remember like all of the things, all of the little things.
Like what you felt in that moment.
Yeah, I don't really remember all the little comments that I started noticing. But I remember saying like, I understand what Amanda's saying, but I can't give it to her to that extent. Like I felt like you were expecting a lot more from me. And now, years later, there are some times that I'm like, dag, I need to be a better friend to this person. It wouldn't even be you. It would just be like somebody in general, but I'm conscious of it now. Like, I need to be a better friend to this person. So while it was annoying, yeah, I do understand what you were saying. I just wish it went away. We went about it a little bit differently.
No, I'm actually happy it happened that way.
Okay, I could see
No,
that.
because it's like, look at us now.
Yeah.
You know? This wine.
No, don't blame it on the wine, because you did the same thing.
I'm nervous. All right.
It's 5%. That's nothing.
All right. So I noticed that our friendship started to, you know, become on the rocks in college, her years of college or whatever. Like she said, I would get upset that she wouldn't reach out as much because it's like, damn, like I'm giving but I'm not receiving.
Yeah.
And another thing is like, I felt like she only hit me up when she needed like a favor. Yeah, girl. So I remember,
what kind of favors?
like you was like styling, I forgot what you was doing. You were like styling people.
I was.
And you had like hit me up like, hey, you know, I'm styling this girl, she's about your height, blah blah blah, can I, and then you went on my Instagram and like you found like an outfit that I wore. Stop it.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea you saw it that way.
I mean, not in the moment. Let me finish the story.
Okay.
I know like you probably wear something similar, like can I borrow this? And I forgot what my response was. But when I actually thought about it, like, wait, like I just called you like 2 days ago. You didn't return my call, you didn't return my text, but now you're hitting me up to borrow something. So that's when I started to realize it.
My God.
Yeah.
I remember one time was Puerto Rico. That we were planning to go with Alex, Elise, and
yes,
stuff.
oh my god,
that
I forgot about that. Yes,
off. Like,
this is interesting because I'm sure we have two different perspectives.
Yeah, that pissed me off. Okay, what happened was it's so funny because bringing up old stories, like, it's usually
brings back old feelings.
Usually it does, but I'm in such a good place that I don't mind talking about it because I love this girl regardless. Like, I can open up those wounds and say it's okay. But then again, I'm just a very forgiving person regardless. But anyways, oh my god, what happened with Puerto Rico?
It was your birthday, like a birthday trip.
And I love traveling. Well, this was just another trip. And Amanda was like asking for all the details of the itinerary, like when are we going, what's the flight,
I'm very overprotective when it comes to my safety or my loved one's safety. I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to deal with it. Like, I have to know where we going, who we with, where we staying, what we doing, because I need to relay that message back home. Like, I have people here who are gonna want to know about my whereabouts.
Of course.
So that's just how I am, especially on vacations, going overseas. Like, that's just how I am.
I understand. Well, she kept asking about the hotel, and I wasn't like really concerned about it because Puerto Rico's not that expensive regardless of when you go. So I mean, I knew that we would have a place to stay, but we really needed to buy the tickets, the flight right away. So I set up a deadline for everyone to send their money. Everybody sent their money except for Amanda.
Whoa, I see it differently.
And I was so pissed off that I don't know why I did it this way, but I called off the whole thing and I sent people their money back. And I was like, forget Puerto Rico, we're not going.
I remember what happened.
Okay, what happened?
So at this time, I worked in retail. Like, I wasn't making a lot of money, but this was like one of like my first trips. So I was like, I wanted to go, and you was a good friend of mine. And I remember, I don't want to call names, but I remember someone that Sally.
Wait, is it a guy or a girl?
It's a girl.
Okay, Sally.
Sally didn't have money. So she was just...
Oh, okay.
One of them.
Yeah.
They were dragging their feet on making the payments. So I had this older coworker who, we were really close. Still to this day, we're close. And I was telling her about it. Like, you know, I'm going on this trip, but some people are like dragging their feet on making the payment. So she was like, don't make your payment until you know you guys are really going, because you don't want to get on the trip and have to pay for other people.
Well, she took that person's advice and she didn't make the payment.
No, it didn't happen like that. Like, I was just afraid that, like, okay, I'm making my payment and then it's like I get screwed in the end.
Yeah.
So I kind of like backed out.
And then
that's the reason
the
why.
following weekend, this human was in, what was it, Atlanta? She was in Atlanta and she was like, yeah, oh yeah, we did talk about it, because she was like, yeah, I'm only going because...
Yes, I remember. Right, no, listen.
She was like, I'm only going because I don't have to pay for a hotel, I don't have to pay for food, I don't have to pay for anything, only my bus ticket. And the bus ticket was like $30 or something crazy like that. So I was so mad. I'm like, it's my birthday. Like, you've been there for all my birthdays and you do me like this, and then you go to another state. Like,
yeah.
I was mad, but even still after that, I was okay. Like, I was still cool with you.
All right, so this is what really happened. So yes, I did go to Atlanta.
Wait, that's what really happened?
But here are the details straight from my mouth, right? So I did go to Atlanta. The reason why I went is because I already had the flight money for your trip. I just used it as spending money for Atlanta. I didn't have to pay for anything, like I said, besides my bus ticket, and I had spending money. It wasn't planned.
Financially, it makes sense. But like for me being in it, it was a little bit salty for me to watch happen. But I understood, like always, there goes Sky being understanding, being forgiving. I understood. But then we had this big blow up happen at my graduation party. Like, you so damn selfish.
I didn't know it was... Alright. We gotta explain the whole Don Coqui thing. How do we even know about Don Coqui?
But if you're gonna say Don Coqui, you gotta say it right though.
Don Coqui, honey. Don Coqui.
Don Coqui.
Don Coqui. I'm not...
But you could try. I mean,
alright, Don Coqui.
You wanna be singing taki taki, taki taki, but you don't wanna say Don Coqui.
Alright, Don Coqui. So that day of your graduation party, I wasn't invited because, like I said, we weren't really talking. Honestly, Shaq and I were just driving around like, oh, let's find something to do.
That's true. She didn't really come for my graduation party.
I didn't even know about it.
She just happened to pop up.
Yeah, so I was on Snapchat. Of course, I'm not driving, so I'm on my phone all the time. So I'm like, oh wow, like Sky's at Don Coqui. Like, let me hear her up. This is before she posted anybody that she was with. It was kind of just like a background thing. Like, I recognized the background.
Because she's always in Don Coqui.
Like, I used to always be there. I hit her up like, oh, hey, like, it's crazy. Like, I'm on my way there right now. And she was like, come through. So the fact that she said come through is like, all right, like, here's my invitation. You know what I mean? She's aware that I'm on my way. So that's what happened.
Basically, she really wanted hookah, right? Well, I came to say hi.
Now, it was before that. When you gave Shaq a hug, you gave him a hug first, and then I saw it like over your shoulder. I'm like, oh. Like,
okay, let's give him a name.
Bob.
So you saw Bob over my shoulder at my table. She's telling me she really wants some hookah. And I was like, we have some hookah at our table, like, why don't you just come? And she's like, no, I don't want to see Bob. Like, if Bob is there, like, I don't want to see him. And like, I understood, but I couldn't help it. Like, I didn't invite Bob. Bob was a friend of my guy at the time. So, and then my guy paid for the whole thing. He paid for the whole thing, and Bob was his friend. So if Bob wanted to come through, then whatever. Like, I'm not gonna stop him. But now my friend is there, and my friend wants some hookah. So it's a celebration for my graduation party. If she wants hookah, she can come. and have some hookah. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a protector. If she feels uncomfortable, I'm gonna make sure she's good. If she doesn't want to be bothered, I'll make sure she's not bothered. You asked your boyfriend like if it was okay,
Mm-hmm.
and he said he doesn't care.
He didn't care.
Yeah, so she came. Next thing I know, fast forward till the end of the night, I get a text from her, I think it was, and she's like, you know, I just think it's such a so fake of you.
No, that was the next day. That night I was like, oh hey, it was nice seeing you, I'm so proud of you, I love you, because your graduation was the next day. I wasn't upset that Bob was there, I was upset that she just didn't tell me. Bob showed up right after we spoke and right before I got there, so clearly I didn't know that, and we didn't get a chance to talk about it right then and there, because like, why would we want to talk about that in the moment, you know what I mean? So I saw him, she had gave my boyfriend a hug first, and then she was coming to me, but when she like bent over or whatever, you like the gesture you did, I saw Bob over your shoulder, so I'm already like, what the hell? But I didn't say nothing, you know, I didn't say nothing that whole night, and I didn't even know if I should be upset because nothing bad happened that night. Like nothing bad happened. So
okay, you came, you got hookah, right?
I came and got hookah, and
did
Bob,
he say anything?
he was like, hi.
He said hi.
Yeah.
Did he try to give you a hug or anything?
No.
Was the hi like aggressive or something like that?
No, I felt no way.
Okay.
I wasn't mad about him being there. I was just mad that you didn't relay the message. I just felt like you should have just told me. So that's why I was upset. And that night I texted you because the next day was your graduation. Or I texted you in the morning. I texted you either that night or in the morning.
It was the same night.
And
yeah.
I was just like, you know, I love you. I'm so proud of you, because it was her graduation the next day. And the next day I hit you up again. I was like, congrats.
Oh, you made me cry.
What? I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I felt like I probably didn't go about it. I don't know what happened after that. Oh, I did write you.
You wrote me, yeah, you told me that. You told
Mm-hmm.
me that you were upset. You felt like I was a fake friend, that I should have known better.
Because I felt like you were picking sides. Like, I get that he is a friend of whoever you were dealing with at the time, but I felt like you just wasn't understanding. And you had said something that, like, ticked me off.
What did I say?
You was like, well, we weren't that close when you and Bob were dating, so I don't really know how he hurt you.
I said that? Girl, I need to pull out the receipt for that. All right. Don't clap that, because I remember everything else.
You did.
But I don't remember saying that I apologize. Like, I never apologized for that until now, because I was there.
Mm-hmm.
So
it just made me feel like, okay, like, she's dating his friend, so she's just not gonna get it. Like, she's just picking sides or whatever, you know, forget what I feel. So I'm just like, we're just not gonna be friends. Plus everything that happened before that, I'm like, okay, we're just not meant to be friends. Like, we're having all these bad things happen to our friendship, and it's like, maybe this is God telling us we don't need to be friends.
And that's kind of how I felt too. Like, even if I was to understand that I didn't let her know that Bob was there, it was just so many little things, not so many, but like the little things that,
like, communication between us was
the things that were happening, it bothered me to the point that when she said this, I'm like, you know what, if she doesn't want to be friends with me, that's fine. Like, it hurts me. I've never dropped anybody ever in my entire life, and to be fair, I didn't drop you either, but I was just like, if she doesn't want to feed into this friendship anymore, then
we both were thinking the same thing,
to not feed into it anymore.
So literally, like, a year and a half, 2 years passed. Not even, it felt longer. It's not even a year since you graduated. Well, since we graduated.
A year and a half, yeah.
Throughout that year, like, I'm gonna be honest, because I'm a woman about my words. I was going through it. Honestly, no, like, I really valued our friendship.
Wow. I'm glad, because I done wiped up so much of your throw up.
Oh my God, too much tea, too much tea.
That tea is hot, honey.
Yeah, so that's another video for another day. But I would talk to my boyfriend, my friends, like, oh, have you spoke to Sky? Like, you should hear her up, you should hear her up. I'm like, no. Because in the beginning, I still felt like you just didn't get it.
I didn't.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I'm not going to hit her up. And then around this time, I had deleted her off all social media.
Yep.
And I just was like living my life. Clearly, I was still hurt because I missed her or whatever. You still had me as a friend. I didn't have you. And
I'm that person.
Yeah.
Because I'm so forgiving.
Stop it. All right, so Sky still followed me, so she was liking my pictures. So I'm telling my old friend, oh wow, like Sky's liking my pictures, like should I reach out? She's like, no.
Ew, F you to that friend.
Yeah, word. So she was like, oh, you should reach, she was like, no, don't reach out, like just forget it. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I just went about my day, and when I got home, I had met up with my other friend Bethany, and we went out, and I was just telling her like the whole history of our friendship, and she was like, just hit her up. That same night, I hit you up, and we talked for like 4 hours.
We did.
It was a while. We talked for a while, yeah.
Wow.
And it felt like we didn't even like stop talking. Like, it was nice.
It was really nice. And now we're cool again, my baby.
So, I guess the message is, you're gonna have falling outs with your friends, with your loved ones, with your boyfriend or girlfriend. But it's important for you to get right back on the horse and ride it.
And also, like, sometimes, wow, okay, that was extra. But sometimes you should communicate through it and keep persevering. But like in this situation, it worked out that we just let it go for a minute and we took breathers. She took the time to realize what she was doing wrong, and I took the time to realize what I was doing wrong, and I learned so much. I will say, if we ever get to that point again, please don't go MIA. Like, just talk to me.
Let's talk about ourselves here. I won't go MIA. You won't go MIA.
I won't. I will be very vocal. In a loving way, of course. Not in an offensive way, but like in a loving way. But everything happens for a reason.
It does. And I'm actually very thankful as to what happened. Like, I feel like we wouldn't, I don't want to say we wouldn't be this close, but it's like, stuff just has to happen to test your faith, to test your friendship. And I'm just so thankful that this happened. I don't regret it.
I feel like we could go through anything right now. Like,
I don't regret it at all. Like, I'm actually happy because like I learned so much about myself. Like I said earlier, like I was able to recognize my toxic traits, you know?
Yeah. Me too.
It was great.
Me too. I can tell when I'm being a crappy friend, when I'm being neglected to a friend. But yeah, I hope that you loved this video. I hope that you learned something from it. What would you rate the wine? We drank the whole thing. It's gone. Yeah, the wine bottle is empty. It was actually really good. This is the type of wine I go for. It's very sweet. It's sweet. It's fizzy. It's only 5%. I don't like the sweetness, but I like the fact that it doesn't make you tired. Like, it's the type that makes you want to laugh, makes you want to have fun. Like, I'm not ready to go in bed with a big blanket. Certain wines, like, I'm literally falling asleep at the table. Or they give you a headache or something. Like, this is sweet, but it doesn't give you a headache. Would I buy it again? You know what? I would buy it again as a gift. But because of the fact that I don't like it to be too sweet, I wouldn't buy it again for me personally. I'm in the middle. Not too sweet, not too dry. I don't like too sweet because I feel like it has diabetes in it. I feel like that's too sweet, but we have different palates. Yeah, this is kind of sweet. Like, over the other ones that I drink, you're right. Well, I'm going to leave my friend Amanda all her information down below. Don't forget to follow her personal page, her hair page. Buy your wig, buy your lace tint. It's only $10, okay? Support the hustle. It really helps. Make sure you follow me on all social media, and bye. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to get back on, I promise. I say this like every day. Well, why you have to take over my outro? I'm sorry. Sorry, sis. I'm going to be talking about hair and like lifestyle stuff. It's been a journey. If you guys record videos, you guys should know about the lack of motivation that's behind it. Like, YouTubers make everything look so pretty, and it's not. But subscribe to me. I'm gonna get right back on the horse and ride it. Are you ready? Can I say bye now? Yes. Ready? Okay. Nothing else? Nothing else. Okay. Bye! Bye, love you so much. They can't see it that way, Sky. You can still feel that. So. It's there. It's just in hibernation.